Get the money, honey. 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 Hey, hey, hey. Round of applause. Round of applause. Yes, I'm hoping that you can hear me. Now we are in progress and I am excited today. I am Christina L Turner, Kingmaker. I'm waiting for my Facebook will come on live. So I'm trying to do both live on Facebook and on YouTube. So today is not going to be so much about business, but I am going to speak about business today, okay? One of the things, again, I'm going to say that I am Christina L Turner, Kingmaker. Welcome to my YouTube channel and Facebook Live today. Yay, we did. I always get excited when I do technology and I do it correctly. It means a lot to me. It's like every week is a week in progress. So I'm always excited about that. But anyway, again, I'm Christina L Turner, Kingmaker. I am an entrepreneur. I've been in business 28 years. One of the things that I do, I have business in the event and planning, event management business. I have an event management company. It's Outside Events and Design. I also have a tax and small business. I would say, I'm not going to say solutions company because we work with small businesses between 1 to 3 years and getting their business plans together. We help 501c3s. We write programs for 501c3s. We do the grants for 501c3s. And we have taxes. So a C Turner Tax Service. So we have a huge catalog of services that we provide, not only our entrepreneurs that we work with, that our tax clients that we work with. Hello, Lady Gloria. Who else is on here? Oh yeah, hi. How you doing? So I got people coming in on Facebook, and I'm so glad that I'm able to do that. So, like I said, this is a work in progress. But today, we're gonna do some business talk today. I've been having some conversations with some of my clients. And one of my clients who do work with other entrepreneurs, you know, we all there's sometimes there's a pool of us, there's a pool of us that we kind of simultaneously work together in a group, which we love collaborations. I'm working with another event planner on one of my signature events that that I had this past year, the Sexy Hot Red Affair. So I have another event planner that we came together, and so that it can do what I wanted to do, the plan that I have for the manifestation that I want. And sometimes we don't know that there are certain levels of commitment, there's certain levels of structure, there's certain levels of making foundations that you need in order to have a successful business. So, you know, I could say that it doesn't matter, you know, how much information that you get. You know, you're going to get the information. You're going to be able to get the information from either someone like myself, who is a business consultant or business coach, or you're going to go on YouTube, or you're going to read books. There's so much information out there for you that per se, sometimes we get into saying, well, I could Google that, or I could read a book on that, or, you know, I can, you know, read some type of editorial on a particular thing. And you can, you really, really can. But one of the things that I find out is the reason, you know, if I was going to put a title on this, is for the reason why. Why are you in business? Why are you doing the things that you do? Why are you going that particular route? Why do you feel like that works for you? Why, you know, how it can work for you for a short term, and then for long term, it may not, because maybe your vision may be bigger, you know, than how you're operating on this level right now. Okay. So if I was going to break it down in regard to points, which I had not cognitively like broke it down, like where I wrote it on paper, but I do have it in my mind. The reason why a lot of people, not just myself, that we got into business or became entrepreneurs or, whatever term that you want to use, started a company, a corporation. We have all these different reasons. We have one, we didn't want no one telling us what to do in regard to how much money we were going to make. Okay, that was number one. Number two, we got into a business because we wanted to supplement our income. We wanted the security of having a job that we have. And, because that security of having that job is if something happens within the business, then what we do is we have something to fall back on, right? And so, or we have not only something to fall back on, but also the insurance, medical insurance, making sure your kids are insured, making sure your family members, your immediate family is insured, like your husband or your wife. You got into business because of that. Another thing, another reason is because you're supplementing the income because you're not making enough on your job, the job where you are, but you don't feel secure enough to just go all in, like all 100%. You don't feel secure enough to do that. So what you end up doing is you end up serving your business sometimes along the way if you don't put full dedication, because anything, even if you go to college, right? So if you want to get a degree, there's certain criteria that you must fulfill in order to get a degree, right? So they'll say, oh, you need 5 electives, you need 2 maths, you have to take all of your major courses, you have to fulfill all of the requirements in order to get a degree. It's the same thing as having a business, okay? It's the same things. There are certain foundational structures that you need in order to take your business to another level. And so I am all about structure. One of the things I am so strong about is structure and foundation. I feel that if your foundation is weak, then the building, the weight of what you want to do, it's going to collapse because your foundation is not strong enough. So what could your foundation be? Well, one of the things I'm big about is legalities. You have to get your legalities in order. You have to, one of the things that I'm doing on TikTok, TikTok has like these 1 minute blast that you can do 1 minute. And so what I decided, because I love talking about business, I love talking about entrepreneurship. I'm writing a book, finishing up a book on finances and taxes. I'm doing a V2 from the other book that I wrote because of all the different changes that has happened, which I will get into that as well. But what you need to understand is that your foundation has to be solid. You have to know your why. Why did you do an LLC? Do you really know what the ramifications of having an LLC other than I won't be held liable? Well, guess what? If you do not have insurance, you can still be held personally liable for that business. Do you know the benefits? Do you know not just the benefits of having an LLC? Do you know the minimum of benefits that you can have as an LLC? Do you know why you went and became an S Corp? Do you know that? Do you know the reason for that? Do you know all of the benefits of being an S Corp or a C Corp or an LLP or LP? You have to, before you get into anything, you need to have an understanding of what you're getting into, okay? Because even though we look at it on the natural aspect, those of us that are in Christendom, spirituality, however you want to view your spiritual walk, because I have no judgment, that there is foundations, there are laws, and the same thing it is for when you are an entrepreneur. There are certain laws, there are certain guidelines, there are certain structures and foundations that you need. So let's say that, and this is something that I'm reading about business every day in the morning. I'm reading about business. And do you know that statistically, okay, that Black businesses, we don't take advantage of corporation status. We don't take advantage of that. It's like 90% of Black businesses, and it's probably even higher than that, are all LLCs. And we miss the mark on all the advantages that we can have being an S Corp or a C Corp. Okay, we miss the mark. We want to be one member LLCs. It's my house and I live here. You know, it's all about me, and that's okay in your first structure, in your first couple of years. If you're starting off in a business and you're not that sure about where this business is going to take you, okay? And that's with all of us that have started businesses. That's all of us has been in business over 10 years. Okay, we didn't know we were going to have a successful business. We did not know. But the new trend is, well, I'm not going to register my business right now because I just want to get my feet wet first. Okay, I want to get my feet wet first, but I don't have a DBA. I don't have a DBA whatsoever. So to name my business, so I'm just really just doing business on the fly. You know, I'm just doing it on the fly, and this is what I'm calling my business. I'm going to create. I'm not going to even have a real business Facebook page, or I am going to have a Facebook business page, but I really don't have an EIN number. Okay, so that I can take advantage of some of the tax write-offs that I can get. A lot of people don't want to do that. Some people don't want, everybody want to get their feet wet. Okay, everybody want to try it first, and that's okay. I have no judgment that you want to try it, but this is one of the things that I would say, and we're here talking about foundation, structure, and your why for being in business. If your why, you figure out what your why is, why you want to do, whether it's to be in control of your finances, to make more money, to create a legacy, whatever your why is, okay? To earn six figures, if you're not earning six figures, you know, to earn 7 figures, 8 figures, whatever it is, your why. You also need to have that is one of the steps of having a strong foundation. Then the other one is structure. You want to make sure that you have structure. So your structure is, you need to educate yourself. You need to read. You can Google. You can read articles. You can do all that stuff. But then another thing too, another step of that is making sure that you are mentored. That someone who's been in business, that you are mentored by someone where you want to go. Okay, so one of the things that I've always said was, I would never talk to a person who who can't grow hair. Why would I want, if I'm trying to grow hair down here, you know, at the down, you know, where the mid center of my rib cage, if I'm trying to grow my hair down here, I'm not going to talk to someone who cannot grow hair down here. I want to talk to someone who can grow the length, who already has grown the hair, can't have maintained their hair at this length, okay, and has taken care of it and can give me tips and show me what I need to do so that I can have hair down here that is going to be voluptuous and full and all of that. So that's just how I am. If I want to be a multi-millionaire, okay, if that's my goal, I'm beyond 6 and 7 figure. I'm beyond that. My thing is now multi-millions of dollars. So who do I go talk to? I go talk to people. I get consulted or coach or mentored by people who are multi-millionaires. I'm not going to talk to someone who is living check to check, or I've been in business 28 years. So I'm going to speak to someone that maybe not have been in business as long as me, but you definitely have to have been in business at least 10 years, and your figure range is in millionaire status, multi-millionaire status. Do you understand this, the why? Why are you doing this? How are you trying to get this? I always believe in, in the airline industry, one of the things that we are being, because I've flown front and back. Okay. So if you are, if the oxygen mask drop down, you get to a certain altitude. Hear what I'm saying? You get to a certain altitude, the plane gets to a certain altitude, that means that the masks are going to drop down. There's a decompression that is happening, okay? And so the rule is put the mask on yourself before you help someone else, right? So where are you in your business where in that mask, and to be really honest, that mask that you're putting on, that oxygen, does not last for a full hour in flight. It doesn't. It's only supposed to last for a certain amount of time until you reach the correct altitude. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is how it is when you're starting a business. You're trying to get your feet wet. You want to get your feet wet, or you've been doing business this particular way, and you just, you've been sucking on that dry air, and your business not going anywhere, and you're trying to figure out, well, why am I not getting to this particular level? Well, you're not getting because you've outgrown the level that you are on. So you need to do something else. You're going to have to level up. And how do you level up? Again, I want to reiterate, not just all the information that you're learning on YouTube, you're learning on Google. You need to talk to somebody that know how to walk the walk and know how to talk the talk. People having businesses baking cakes. One of my friends and clients, she said, you need to talk about the people baking cakes and stuff in their house and they don't have proper licensure. You don't have proper licensure to do certain things. And this is structured. This is all foundational stuff. You don't have insurance on your business. And if something happens to you, something happens to your client, something, you are held liable for that. And that's something that you don't want, because there are people, specifically if you're big in social media, which I'm not big like that in social media, right? So if you're real big, you got a big presence and you're doing your business and you're mixing soaps and skincare stuff and all baking cakes and t-shirts and all that stuff, because certain people can have an allergic reaction to certain fabrics and you're not insured. This is all foundational. So you have no idea of the things that I come across when speaking to other entrepreneurs. And like I said, there is no judgment here, but we also need to have foundational structure. We have to get this structure and our foundations together. Go through what does your operations, I'm speaking on TikTok about your operations agreement. Now I'm ready to start doing a series on with your operations manual. Why do you need to have that? What does it entail? How does it affect your business? How does it affect your employees if you're going to have them? And even if you use an intern may not be your per se employee, but that intern is your employee. And if anything, you need to have policies and procedures in order for the foundation of your business. I don't care what type of business, I don't care if you sell socks out of a trunk of a car. You need to have foundational structure for your business. It is very important to do that. So, Christina, what do you mean by, with the foundational structure? Legalities, and legalities. Where and your business plan. Do you know that your business plan can change from year to year, even 6 months? I was having a meeting with one of my collaborative partners yesterday, and we were talking about vision boards. And we all know that, you know, normally at the end of the year or the beginning of the year, I normally do my vision board at the end of the year, but my collaborative partner pick something that was different, you know, that made me go, oh man, I never thought of that before. And one of the things were, why are you waiting to the beginning of the year to do your vision board? And I said, well, I normally do mine like, you know, New Year's Eve, and I'm, you know, putting everything together, and I'm in a consecrated place, you know, I done set my atmosphere, you know, spiritual atmosphere. I have, you know, I'm praying for everything. I have everything that I need. And so when the new year come in, it's almost like I'm ushering everything in. And it was something that they said, well, you're kind of like limiting yourself a little bit, because have you ever noticed that on your vision board, when you looked at certain things on your vision board, that you don't even see any of it coming to pass, or maybe some of it has came to pass, or that it just seems like it's just not enough. And she said, you know, one of the things she has done, she said, I created my vision board, but I have also seen some dynamics, even after I created my vision board, that things have changed. I get other downloads in me to say, okay, I need to do that. So instead of me just putting it on, she said, I'm totally beyond putting it on I guess, what is it, that foam board? Now, I don't do the foam board. I have another way of how I do my vision board, because my mom, Reverend Dr. Sini Reed, showed me how to do a vision board that has been proof positive that everything on it has came to pass. But she was like, you know, maybe she said, I don't go beyond it, because I felt like I was restricting God. I felt like this was the only thing, and I couldn't leave any room. So I didn't want to just put it in one particular space. I wanted to expand it. So she said, what she's actually done was she literally have a wall that's dedicated. She said she sectioned the wall off in different parts. And I guess you guys could Google that on how to do that, and what goes here, what goes in this section, what goes in this section, what goes in this section. But she used an entire wall for her vision. And I said, wow, that's really intriguing, because yeah, sometimes we do limit. Sometimes we do limit how far that we can go in regard to our business, in regard to our life. And there's sometimes when you get these downloads, there's times that you could get spiritual downloads. God will give you something. Okay, the creator of all things will give you something in your spirit that you never even thought about, that has nothing to do with something that you want to do. So this is why I've said, what your why has to reach beyond who you are, what you want to do, but you got to have that foundational structure. You got to have it. You cannot keep piddling around business, and then all of a sudden, then you want to do something big. Okay, you want to do something big. You want to get a building. You want to maybe start a foundation. You want to start giving back into the community, but your foundational structure is not sound. So since we are in the month of October, this is the last quarter of the year. One of the things that I want to say to you is, I need for you as entrepreneurs, I don't care what you're doing in your business, I need for you to comb through your foundational structure. I need you to comb through that LLC. Do you have everything in your LLC packet? Do you have your operations agreement? Do you have your operations manual? Have you created one of those? Do you need to create one of those? Does it need to be revamped? Okay, do you need to revamp it so that it actually fits the business where you are? And it's not so much that you copy the template off of YouTube, because there's so many free templates. And like I said, I don't have a problem with the free templates. I don't have a problem with that. However, is it that you modify it according to your business, your structure, other than just changing the name of the business? I need for you to review all of that, because let me tell you something, a shift is coming, okay? Hear me when I'm telling you, people, that a shift is coming for for entrepreneurs. In 2017, I had prophetically said that entrepreneurship is going to be the way to go when it comes to business. And look at where we're at right now. We're having government mandates that are happening that people are not in agreement with, and people are walking off jobs. But if you're walking off a job, what are you going to do? How are you going to do it? You're going to need to be able to make sure that that structure is together, because there's a lot of people not going back into the office. People have learned how to, and we're not even talking about making ends meet anymore. We're talking about people are making six figures working from home, starting their own business. But even if you're working from home, I don't care if you're a paper pusher. I don't care if you're writing grants, writing proposals, whatever it is that you're doing. I need for you to comb through your business, your back office, that back office part. Okay. And while you're combing through your back office part, what I need for you to do is think about what is your why that you are in business. And because if your why is not as solid enough, if your why is not matching your foundational structure, you need to get that all in order. This is the month of October. Okay. Like I said, we're in the final quarter. And don't wait until January. What are you waiting for? If you need to connect with a mentor, okay, then you need to connect with a mentor. One of the things, I don't have a problem with giving out free advice. You know why I don't have a problem with giving out free advice? Much as giving good, I've been so blessed. There's no problem for me to be blessed. However, consulting services, I will give you that 1 hour for free. I ain't got a problem with it. And I'm going to give you everything that you need in that 1 hour. You can ask me whatever question that you need in that 1 hour. But after your hour is over and you still need help, pay for the help. It don't have to be with me, but you need to get a mentor, someone that you're going to be able to invest you're investing in yourself. You're investing in the knowledge of that person. You're investing not just the knowledge, because we all read. A lot of consultants read, a lot of coaches read, we all read, okay? We all have to stay up to date with everything, but you need to get someone that has, and I don't want to say, I'm going to say it, intuition, spiritual intuition that can see your vision beyond your 1 or 2 years, that you put together something that can be longer than, if you want to be in business 10 years or 20 years, that someone can literally carve you out a plan that you can easily walk through, that you can get the money for, okay? Because you want to do all these things. You want to have the money for this, you want to have the money for that, but your foundation's not together. You can't go into a bank or have a venture capitalist or angel and all your stuff is not together. The SBA, they spoiled us, but I'm telling you again, the game is getting ready to change. The game is getting ready to change. Okay, they're implementing it now for entrepreneurship. So if you want these big contracts, you want government contracts, you want all this stuff, because you can get government. Do you know how much money it is that is not even being used strictly for government contracts, and you're an entrepreneur, and they have government contracts for, when I say for everything A to Z, you can find a government contract. So why you don't have your DUNS number where you can start building credit for your business? Why is it that you haven't even applied for your SAMS number? Do you know how to even do that correctly? So October, we are on I think today is the 11th. I think the 11th or the 12th day. I don't know, because I'll be traveling later on today, but you need to go to that back office. And I need for you to look at your paperwork, and I need for you to have it in order. If you have more than one business, I didn't even bring it to up here with me, but I have a binder. I have a binder, a big thick binder. I have binders, one binder for each of my companies. There's a reason for that. Because if I need, like, say for instance, someone needs for me to pull a particular document, you need to have that. You need to have your certificate that you are LLC registered with the state. You need to have that. You need to have that on right there on lock. You need to have it on a external hard drive so you can upload that stuff. So you can scan those documents, put it on an external hard drive, maybe two external drives, and for each of your business, so that if you lose one, you have another one, and then you have the paper to back it up. Go into your back office. I need for you to look through everything. Make sure that you have everything and that it is on point. Another thing I want to speak to you about are your profit and loss statements. What does that look like? Have you been paying taxes or filing your report every quarter to the state? Because you may not have to do it. If you made any kind of money, you need to file those. You need to file those reports. Let me tell you why. Next year, when I say that it's going to be a game changer for entrepreneurship, and hear what I'm saying, this is why I'm talking so strongly about legalities and foundational structure. Next year, that's what it's going to be about. There's not going to be any more. They kind of skimmed across it. They skimmed over it. And some of you got real spoiled because the SBA didn't ask you for all of that. The SBA did not ask you for all of that. They didn't ask you for all of this because everybody was in a rush. Everybody needed to get money. Everybody was having issues with their business. And so they wanted to fund entrepreneurs. They wanted to get the money to you as quickly as possible. In some areas, it did not go so well, but eventually some people got it and some people got too much. This is why now they're calling back some of the money from the EIDL, that if you were a one-member LLC and you did not have any employees, guess what happens? You got to pay all of that money back. Okay, so how are you going to get around, like, say, if you need more money, because there are other programs that are being set up that the SBA is literally going to be funneling money through some of these other agencies. And how are you going to get it? And your stuff is not solid. How are you going to get it? And you're going to have a problem and you're going to be upset. So take the time now, get your profit and loss statements together. Okay, start getting all of that stuff together. Go through your books, go through all your bank statements. And talking about bank statements, please tell me that you're not using your personal bank account for your business. Please tell me that. Because now it's going to look a little suspect. So if you have not gotten yourself a business account, you can get a business account with certain banks with just a DBA and an EIN. With certain banks, not all. Okay. Credit unions. I'm all for the credit union. I know people be like, why are you always for the credit union? Because the credit union, first, the interest rates are down. Second, you're going to make money on your money. Okay. Third, you can open up. They're a little bit more forgiving when it comes to you paying them back. You can build a stronger business credit portfolio with a credit union. It's easier to do. You can get property through the credit union for your business. If you have a business account with them, you can buy a vehicle for your business through the credit union. It's easier. You don't have to jump through so many hoops if you were with a regular bank. The banking is just a little bit different. I love it. That's what I use. It just makes life a little bit easier for me. Now, everybody have a preference. If you already have a relationship with your banker, then do whatever you need to do. But you also need to know that there's going to be criteria. Everything is going to be changed over to fintech. They're going to be able to look at your account and see how much activity that's in your business account. For especially the last 3 months, sometimes 6 months. So since this is October, let's say that you want to get a loan for in the beginning of the year. You need to start making sure that your business account is active, that you're activating it, that you're doing remittance, okay? That you're doing payables into that business account or out towards that business, that you're doing payroll from your business account to your private account, okay? So this is a time where we're cleaning up everything. Finding our reason why that we're in business, what direction that we want to go. Where do you really look at that business plan? I need for you to look at that business plan and see, have you accomplished any of the things that you wanted to do? Okay, maybe you need to redo a business plan, put it on one sheet of paper. You don't have to, the bigger business plan is for funding purposes, but you need a business plan for yourself so that you can see where you want to go within the next 6 months or within a year. Do a 1-year business plan. This is how much money I want. These are the clients that I want. This is what I want my business to do within these 12 months. So by October of next year, my business would have done this, and this. You have to find where is the problem in that. How are you going to provide a solution? Not just, I'm making t-shirts and I want everybody to have my t-shirt on, or, I'm doing skincare and I want everybody, all of that is good. That's why we took everything off the shelves. There's no product in Ceilariz. There's no product because I need to sit down and reevaluate, why am I having a skincare company? And really, what do I really want it to do? What do I really wanted to do? Me having a skincare company, because I don't want to have a company just because everyone else has a company doing skincare or hair or nails or lashes or whatever. Like, how is this going to be beneficial to not only my existence, but also the existence of the people that I serve? So I don't have it. Like I said, I don't have a problem with doing any type of consulting. People say, oh, you giving free stuff away, you must not value yourself. Baby, listen, I don't live check to check. So I can afford to do that. And my consulting services is not $150, $225, $77 an hour. Okay, so I don't have to gouge an entrepreneur who don't have that type of money, that type of resources. Why would I do that? And if you're new in business, if you're in business 1 to 3 years, you don't have no money like that. You're trying to invest all your money back into your business. And that's another thing. How are you investing money into your business? Are you paying retail price for your products, or are you going wholesale? I had a conversation, my granddaughter was on my business talk some weeks ago, and she was buying her products, and the first question I asked her, I said, "Did you get it wholesale?" And she didn't know, she didn't understand what wholesale and retail meant. And she said, "Well, what is it?" And I had to tell her. So I explained to her the difference between wholesale price and retail price. I said, you're paying too much because you're using retail. Next time you're going to buy product, I got to send her where she needs to go to get her products so that she can save money. So you don't want, sometimes this is the scripture. The scripture is, it can be lawful, but not expedient. Okay. There's things that can be lawful, but not expedient. That means that it's not expedient, means that it's not solid. It's not strong enough to hold. Okay. It's not strong. So it could be lawful, but just not expedient. It may not work for you in this particular dynamic. And then one of the things that you have to understand too is your business, in the realm of the business that you are in. I would say this, and this is going to be like my last point, maybe. I would say this: connect with someone that's doing the same type of business as you, that's been in it longer than you have, that already know how to jump over the hurdles And in that particular business, and one of the things, like I was saying, I'm doing a collaboration. I'm collaborating with another event planner. She's phenomenal. And I've been in business 28 years, but it doesn't make me that I'm bigger than her because I've been in business 28 years. Yeah, I know a little bit more about business. I know about the pitfalls of being in business and the victories and what you trip over and what you do. I can prevent you from doing that. But when you're doing collaboration, sometimes it's good that you humble yourself. You know, it's okay that somebody else can tell you a little bit more than what you know. It's okay. It's okay for somebody to tell you everything that you know, but you may hear it a little bit different. Like I was saying earlier about the vision board. You know, I've been doing vision boards for years, but I liked her ideology on how she does her vision board. Did it say that her vision board was wrong? No, but it made me go, maybe that may be something I might try a little different and see how that works. Let's see what that looked like within 3 to 6 months. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is your why for why you are in business need to be redefined. I need for you to redefine it. And then I need for you to meditate on that. Because if you want 30,000 a month, 20,000, 10,000, 5,000 a month, you have to know why you want that. And what are you going to do with that other than buying bags and purses and suits and ties and shirts and dresses and makeup and bundles and all of that. So what are you going to do with that money? What is all of that for? That's what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to take some time and get into that back office, figure out your why, look at all of your documentations, make sure that everything is together so that when January arrives, you will be in order. You will be in order so that you can, if you need 5 trucks for your business, you need 5 trucks, you will have it in order so that you can get 5 trucks. Get that credit cleaned up. Get your personal credit cleaned up. Because 2, personal credit also affects your business credit. They're going to look at your business credit. Even though you're not putting your social security number on there, you're using your EIN, a lot of funding people, if they can't verify your personal credit, then they're not going to give you business credit. You want to be able to be like, all right, you can look at it, but I don't want you to make it a hard pull. You'll be able to say there's certain languages that you're going to need to have in your arsenal for 2022. Now, I talked about fintech companies, okay? I mentioned it briefly. Let me tell you what these fintech companies for funding for businesses are going to be doing. They are going to they're going to ask you for access to your bank account. To see, are you actually having this amount of deposits and withdrawals from your account? And they're going to go on deposits. You're going to get a loan based on your deposits. That's why I said you need to start being more active with those business accounts. Okay, start being more active on those business accounts. Now I can give you some tips that I'm not going to give you here on social media. When you need some tips, then you can call me and talk to me about it. Maybe I will do a tip just on banking with the fintech companies, because they're going to have you to log in. Okay, they're going to be like, we need access. So they're not going to have your passwords or anything, but what they'll be able to do, you'll log into your account so that you have actually given them permission to ask your bank, okay, so I have here that this company, let's use one of my companies, is bringing in $7,000 a month. She has here 7,000 a month. So if you multiply 7 by 12, then that's what her annual income is on this business. Can you validate that this company is making $7,000 a month? And if the bank is not able to validate because of the fact that you haven't logged into you have not given them permission, when you log in and connect your account, they can't really see inside your account per se, but they definitely can ask. They can ask. And the fintech companies are starting to do that. They're setting, I'm telling you, they're setting everything up for us as entrepreneurs. And we have to make sure that our I's are dotted, our T's are crossed. Now, if you don't want to go far, you just want to, just have a basic business, and then this conversation is not for you. But if you have a vision, buying buildings, trucks, cars, planes, whatever it is that you want, your stuff need to be together. Okay, you find out your why, get into that back office, look at it, make some adjustments, create yourself a one-page business plan for yourself. Okay, it doesn't have to be for the full year. Let's start at what you want to be within 90 days to 6 months. Start off. That's your plan. You need to have a plan for everything that you're doing. Okay, I'm Christina L Turner, Kingmaker. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I truly, truly appreciate you. If you need any type of consulting services, you can email me at info@Christina with a CHRISTINA L Turner as in Tina Turner.com, or you can go to www.ChristinaLTurner.com and we will get you set up and we will start doing a consultation with you. If you want to come on my Christina L Turner Money Talk, get the money, honey, business talk rather, get the money, honey, you can do that. I will consult you for 1 free hour live before my live audience. You can ask me whatever question that you want. That hour is yours, and give you all the information that you need. It is no problem for me to do that. I will not be pitching you later for consulting services later. You will not get several emails, but I will check on you within 30 days and see how well that you have progressed since our 1 hour consultation. I truly thank everyone again for tuning in. God bless. Have an awesome day.